obviously right about the McGregor fight. You were right about the Rousey fight.
I'm not like some mystic whatever. I'm just saying,
And you have a little bit of experience inside the ring. You've done some training, so you know fighting rather well.
Well, got my jaw broken inside the ring.
True.
But at least I got in there though.
Yeah, more than I've done though. It was a big thing when CM Punk left WWE to go to UFC. A lot of people are saying he's going to get his ass kicked. Some people are saying he's not. Well, quite frankly, what do you think?
What do I think of CM Punk coming to the UFC? To be honest with you, not good. And there's a lot of reasons, but I'll try to break down this question as quick as possible. You got a guy who's never, ever fought another promotion. Real. I'm talking real in a cage fighting, jumping that leap right to the big leagues. That's not even a high school basketball player going to the NBA. Because he doesn't even have, I'm not sure, I gotta look it up, don't quote me on this, I don't even think he has wrestling in high school or that. I hear he's good at jiu-jitsu, he does a snap. Now if he fights anyone who's 1-0 in the UFC, he's done. First round I'm saying, done. This guy should be actually training. If you're gonna jump to the UFC, you should actually train a couple punches in the face and get used to them before trying to jump. This is the UFC we're talking about here. Like they just had a Twitter beef with CM Punk and Cathal Pendra, McGregor's boy, who's from team SBG, I believe it's called in Ireland. Yes, SBG. CM Punk never responded to all the other fighters who were calling him out, but he responded to Pendra. Why? Because Pendra's stand-up is not good. It's not good. Punk actually responded to him, and there's a Twitter war though going on. So I could see that being the first fight. Pendra just came off of I personally, it was a loss, but they gave him no decision. And he called out CM Punk saying, oh, he makes me look like Muhammad Ali. So that's cool that Pendra understands I don't have the best stand-up. But that would be interesting, and I would still give it to Pendra only because he has the experience in the cage, and he's a very tough, durable guy who gets hit and could handle it. CM Punk isn't even gonna know what a punch in the face is, though. That's the difference here, So how's he gonna react? This and that? Not good. To answer your question, not good in my opinion.
But we've seen professional wrestlers in the past that have done MMA too and have been successful. Obviously, Brock Lesnar, he was champion. Dan Severn was a professional wrestler before he got involved with the UFC. Ken Shamrock actually trained as a pro wrestler before he started doing shoot fighting. Davey Richards, he does both professional wrestling and MMA. But the difference between all these guys and CM Punk is most of these guys have extensive athletic backgrounds that led them to pro wrestling, where CM Punk started pro wrestling at a very young age. And a lot of his success was due to his personality, not necessarily his athletic background. Not to say he wasn't athletic, but he just didn't have the same athletic background as some of the other guys that have done MMA.
Yeah, exactly.
But my real question to you is the guy has a lot of money, and he has the money to train. Now, a lot of times with any MMA fighter, the fact that they have to go work a 40-hour-a-week job.
But not most of them don't though. A lot of them who are committed and say even like Connor or whatever, he was a plumber and then stopped, they're only doing that. They're not doing 40 hours a week.
But he has
he has the assets
the
and the
advantage
money.
of having the money to do this.
Okay, he has the advantage to do that, but
does that give him any kind of advantage?
Absolutely. Right now if I started training, people think financial. I could train right over in that corner though, make it a real, but, obviously it makes it more comforting seeing,
you could pay for better trainers.
People like us and stuff, it's like, we have to pay for trainers, nutritionists. If I have my own nutritionist as I'm smoking it.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying, if I have my own it's definitely a huge benefit, don't get me wrong, absolutely. And I'm not calling him a pussy or pie. I respect the fact that he'll jump in there and do whatever. But I just don't see, you can't buy though. Here's the line. You can't buy experience.
You can't, exactly.
You can't purchase experience.
A rich guy can't train himself to be in the NFL. So.
Exactly. So you cannot purchase experience.
CM Punk's obviously going to be getting this shot based on his celebrity status, but then we probably have better fighters out there that are on the competition level of UFC that are going to be essentially not looked at because of him. And we see the same thing happening in wrestling when you have, Ronda Rousey, and then there's been other athletes that pretty much get a free pass to be on the show.
At WrestleMania, yeah.
But even in the MMA world, you have guys that are busting their asses, holding 2 jobs down, training all the time, and then CM Punk wakes up one day and decides he wants to be an MMA fighter, and he has his first fight in UFC ring.
Exactly.
I mean, how does that make you feel as an MMA fan?
Well, as an MMA fan and a guy who wanted to compete and all that, it's I. Well, let me just. I can't speak though for everyone else, but I can only imagine. I mean, imagine though, like working your ass off, and you've been fighting so long, even to try to get on the Ultimate Fighter, let alone whatever. This guy's probably going to headline a card too. I mean, they're not going to make him maybe even co-headline, but it's all about that. I mean, these guys are scratching away, man, just to get by, and they're fighting in other organizations just to try to get noticed. That's got to really ruffle a lot of feathers though, because it's. All right, now let's just say music or whatever. I've been playing music though forever. Let's say if I was a good singer and this one kid just like I'm gonna just decide to say and somehow or whatever just comes
It's
in.
like a celebrity's daughter.
Celebrities, exactly. There's so many people trying to get in there, and for him just to do that, then they have to fight in the Ultimate Fighter house. It doesn't mean that you're in yet. Yeah, no, I don't think.
I mean,
and what you said about them coming over to WWE, but the difference there, in my opinion, is that they're already kind of famous. And
first off, WWE is kind of already a circus.
Exactly, and if she didn't do the WrestleMania, it would still be like
everyone
still knows who kind of.
But do you feel like this might start turning UFC into kind of like a circus aspect, like stuff like this?
You know what I think it is though. But here's the whole thing. What I think Dana White is obviously doing, Lorenzo Fertitta and all them are doing. It's a payday at the end of the day.
Do you think
look what they're doing with McGregor, like with the tour, like give the guy, and then the second he beats Mendez, he has to jump right into the Ultimate Fighter house, and he looked exhausted on that CNN interview. I mean, it's like but he knows what he has to do, but they're gonna drag every dollar and cent out of anything. So they didn't take CM Punk because he's gonna be a great march. They took him because cha-ching.
Yeah, I'm the first one to defend the athleticism that goes into wrestling.
Brock Lesnar don't forget.
Yeah, but at the same time, Brock Lesnar had a much more extensive athletic background.
That's what I was gonna also say.
There's 2 types of guys that get into wrestling.
He was an All-American, wasn't he? Yeah.
There's 2 types of guys that get into wrestling. A is the type of guy that wanted to be a wrestler since he was a little kid, and that's who CM Punk was. B is an athlete that they get out of college and realize they need a job, and pro wrestling typically tends to pay 250 plus pound athletic men really well.
There's more money in the pro wrestling.
So when Brock Lesnar got out of high school, UFC wasn't as big as it is now.
Exactly.
He went to WWE. Then UFC got bigger. He went to UFC. He did well because he had the background.
Exactly, and that's what I'm also saying too about Punk is that if he did though have like that, but if he had any type of background, I'd be talking different, but he doesn't.
Yeah, I don't even think the guy really even played football.
Sure, he's very athletic.
Maybe he played some t-ball, but I don't think he's done anything to the level of. There's been plenty of wrestlers that have these athletic backgrounds. He isn't one of them. So.
I will say it here right now. If he gets a belt in the UFC, this show and everything is done.
I will agree. If CM Punk wins a belt,
CM Punk wins. You hear it right here. If CM Punk wins a belt, Loom Show, we will actually torch this. For your
make it clear, MMA belt, because he's probably going to lose and go running back to Vince to be in the fucking WWE.
Belt. Yeah, MMA, not WWE. MMA. I'll torture. James, thanks though, man, for asking me these questions.
Yeah, no problem.
It's a great segment though, and I love obviously when I get excited with anything UFC talk and WWE. So thanks again, buddy, and we'll try to get you from behind that camera.
All right, maybe one of these times.